Do you blend in at work so much you become invisible? Then think about this. High impact professionals don't blend in, especially when standing out exposes them to criticism. I want to give you an example of this. Alice Stewart. Now, you probably haven't heard of her, but she just might have saved your life. She was a researcher in the 1950s, and her research made her really unpopular because back then X-rays were all the rage. They were used on everything from treating acne to checking babies in the womb. But Alice questioned the use of X-rays on pregnant women because she noticed that childhood cancer was on the rise, and she had a hunch that this was caused by something new that was happening to pregnant women. So Alice applied for a grant to research this idea, and she was turned down at first because her thesis was seen as way too far-fetched to be taken seriously. She persisted and finally got the princely sum of £1,000, which she used on train fares to travel backwards and forwards doing research interviews. Now, it was clear right from the start that Alice was right. It was proved that cancer was 40% higher in children who were X-rayed in the womb. But her first paper was not taken seriously. In fact, it wasn't until 1962 that these studies were seen as legitimate. Sadly, Alice herself never got the credit she deserved, and over her career, her grant applications were knocked back one after the other. But she did continue researching and became a well-known figure in the anti-nuclear movement. So even though she was unpopular, Alice knew that she was doing the right thing. And I love her story because it shows the power of overcoming the desire to blend in. If you want to be a great leader, you need to keep Alice and her actions in mind. And if you'd like more tips like this, please follow this page where I'll be sharing more stories about how you can be a leader who makes a difference.